I have a few favourite science fiction writers. One of them is Margaret Atwood, who wrote The Flood and Onyx and Crake. She has written about a post-apocalyptic world. Another favourite science fiction writer is William Gibson, who's shown the world a world that is ruined, and a world which is not unlike the one we have at the moment. Another science fiction writer I quite like is Cormac McCarthy, who wrote The Road, and that became quite a good film. That's about a father and son who battle against the odds in a post-apocalyptic world, a ruined world. I suppose I'd also have to mention a new writer called Hugh Howey, who wrote the Wool series. I've yet to read his work, but I like what I read. Well, I've always been interested in the world and our place in it. The world faced a lot of challenges, including global warming, species extinction and so on. So I wanted to bring some of these issues into my fiction. Well, Gaia is the name of the Greek goddess of the earth, and the scientist James Lovelock used that name for his scientific philosophy about the world being an interconnected organism. Redux means resurgent, and in Gaia Redux we have a resurgent earth. The world's been ruined by war and ecological disaster, and we have a resurgent Gaia. Well, I'd have to say all of the above. Technology is important in science fiction, but also people. People haven't really changed much, and you can check that by reading the Greek tragedies or Shakespeare. Technology changes all the time, and yet a lot of basic science is still very much the same. It has been for the last 100 years or so. So technology is important in science fiction, and it's important in my book, but human relationships and the characterization is also of prime importance in Gaia Redux. Yes, it did feel sad writing some parts of the book, and I tried to use my own experience in writing the book. You try to use your own emotions, your own experience, and express that in fiction, and I think I've done that in Gaia Redux. Well, the characters are a combination of real and imagined people. I tried to think of people I've known and people I've read about and so on. Characters in the book like Isabel and Galia are nurturing, artistic and soulful people. On the other hand, you have people like Roger Chang and Benji Finch, who are focused almost exclusively on business and technology, and not in a good way. Now, the tensions between these personalities and opposing forces drives much of Gaia Redux. Yes, this was deliberate. I wanted the book to have credibility. I wanted the reader to believe what was going on. I wanted the characters to be credible. I wanted the story to be believable. And in that way, I wanted to create a world which was authentic in its own way. The world, the environment might change, technology might change, but people really stay the same. And this comes through in Gaia Redux. Yes, I do believe the world can be saved from ecological and environmental disaster. I think it can start at a personal level. I think that people can reduce their energy consumption. I think that we can recycle and reuse. I think big corporations can invest in new technology, green technology, new use of solar energy and so on. So I think this is on a macro level and a micro level. I think big business can do something, I think government can do something, and I think individuals can do something. Yes, I do have a sequel in mind. We're aliens come to have an impact on this harsh new world, if readers like Gaia Redux, I would love to continue work on this story.